All right, excellent. So okay, today we are going to have quite different format of the lesson because this is kind of repetition, right? And what do I mean by different format? We are going to have some different tasks from what we usually do. Okay, for example, instead of doing listening tasks, we are going to have writing tasks. Okay, writing as well as speaking tasks, right?
Yep.
However, we still have to work with your readings, so that's why I will right now turn on my screen and we, as usual, one by one will guess the words. Okay, so let's start with whom? Let's start with Timilan.
Okay, one of the most lifestyle disorders, diabetes, in extremely prevalent that affects a lot of people all over the world.
What are your suggestions about the first one?
Common.
Okay, excellent, guys. It's the most common, yeah. Okay, Aisha, I guess this word, you also guessed this word, so you are right, guys. Like one of the most common lifestyle disorders here, as you all probably know, diabetes is extremely, widely spread, yeah, nowadays. So that's why it's quite, understandable why the common word is here, okay? And what about the second one, Timothy? How do you think? For example, try to look at the context here. What is diabetes actually?
Disease.
Yeah, disease, excellent. So this is the word disease, right?
Disease, yes.
So let's write them down and proceed. And here we go with common. Okay, let's continue with Aisha.
Okay, it's third one, yes.
Yes, it's the third one, but you should start reading with the
Yeah.
beginning of the sentence, right?
With the current pandemic scenario, it also happens to be.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
It should be scenario, okay? Not scare, right?
Daily and
Yeah, because here you have after C, you have E,
it
right?
also
That's
happens
why
to
it
be.
looks like C. Of course, this rule doesn't apply always, but still, yeah, usually it is like this.
Only.
Sorry, guys, I will have a minute to put my laptop on charger.
Okay.
All right, guys, I am back. So, Aisha, please continue.
Okay. It also happens to be a comorbid condition when combined with the ongoing COVID scare.
Okay. So, what are your suggestions concerning the third one?
I think it's like negative negative meaning word that
Yes.
everything is bad.
Mm-hmm. So, it starts with D, right, and ends with a
Ah,
Y. Yeah? Also, diabetes is related to what? For example, it was mentioned that okay, afterwards it is mentioned that here, yeah, if you will read the whole paragraph, there is some mention of how from 1 to 6 million people die every year, yeah. So this,
Deadly.
yeah, deadly, excellent.
Deadly.
Okay, so continue please with the first, first one. Aisha, please. We are reading 2 by 2, right? For example,
Okay.
okay.
Over 222 million people suffer from diabetes. And about 1 to 6 million people die every year due to this disease.
Worldwide.
Okay, yes, excellent. Yeah. So here you can see that there are like figures for 422 millions. Yeah, from 1 to 6 millions people. Yeah. So as you know, probably these statistics are usually taken on the worldwide scale. Yeah, around the world, and also it can be seen that the first letter here is W, right? So these are the factors by which you can guess that it is worldwide. Yeah. By the way, do you all understand the meaning of the word of this word? This actually means around the world. Okay, worldwide. Okay, let's continue with Diaz.
Due to an increase in intake of junk foods, seed oils, and processed sugar in people's diets, coupled with something.
Something lifestyle, yeah. Okay, so here you are right. It is junk foods, obviously, yeah. Junk foods. And also here, how can you guess? For example, nowadays, some lifestyle leads to diabetes here. Nowadays, for example, people move less, right?
Sedentary?
Yeah, excellent, Dida. Sedentary, right? The sedentary means сидячий. Wait, sedentary, right? And now we are going to proceed with Dida, please.
The cases, the cases of diabetes have repeatedly increased in the last decades. But best thing about the disease is it can be easily managed with diet control, exercise, and medicine. So, however grim the picture may be, an individual can always keep it under check with the right kind of support.
Whose microphone? Turn it on. Oh yeah, I'll turn it off. There were some sounds. Have you noticed?
What?
Yeah, there were some background noises for someone. Please, you're not using your microphone, turn it off, okay? Okay, right now, do you guys have any unknown words from here? Don't hesitate to ask me, okay?
Comorbid in third one.
Well, comorbid actually means that it's like hazardous, yeah? It is more related to the area of medicine, okay? So I don't think that you actually really need this word, okay? So don't actually get stuck on it. It's like more like a term, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Guys, any other words? For example, prevalent. Do you know this? Do you know the word prevalent, guys?
No.
Okay, so prevalent is преобладающий, okay? The number of which is predominant, okay? Okay, what about the word current? Okay, whatever. Let me just highlight it here. Current means like at this moment, okay? Okay, condition. Do you know what is condition?
Условия.
Условия, excellent. What else? Sedentary, I've already highlighted. Do you all know what is decade?
Yes.
Десятилетие, yes.
Литер.
Grim, do you all know? It's not grim, yeah. It's actually gloomy. Okay. Okay, and I guess this is all. Please write down these new words and then we are going to proceed. For this, you will have, I guess, 20 seconds.
What about scenario in the second?
Here,
Yes.
scenario. Yeah. Scenario, okay? Like with the current pandemic scenario, they mean that with the current situation of pandemic, right? In this meaning. Okay, please now write down the words. Okay, so let's proceed, guys. Yeah. In the second paragraph, we actually have only 4 unknown words. That's why let's read one by one word, okay? Not 2 by 2, okay, right? So who was the first one? I guess Timilania.
Okay. Many major offers their own artificial intelligence. Microsoft uses Cortana, Samsung Electronics Utilities, Bixby, Amazon has Alexa, Apple offers Siri, and the Google has Google Assistant, respectively.
Okay, respectively, right. So what are your suggestions?
Among Us?
What?
Among Us? No?
No. So look here. Microsoft, Samsung, Amazon, these are all what? Please, Timilania.
Companies.
Companies.
Yeah, companies, yeah.
Yes.
So companies offer their own artificial intelligence. Let's continue with Aisha.
This also can understand human and responds accordingly.
Okay, look. What do you usually say to Cortana or Bixby?
Commands.
Yeah.
Comments?
Commands, yeah. So they can receive commands and respond, right? Let's continue with Diaz, please.
For instance, Siri can turn the music at your place, or Google Assistant can type a message for your friend at your request, or Alexa can
Let's continue with
message.
Dida.
Okay, but AL in your smartphone will be able to go far beyond?
Beyond, excellent. So guys, I guess there are some unknown words here. For example, I think some of you may not know what is artificial, right? Artificial means искусственный. So artificial intelligence, or briefly AI, is artificial intelligence, искусственный интеллект. Sorry guys, this was background distraction. I'm sorry for this. Right now, let's continue with the new words. Do you know what is accordingly?
Согласны?
Согласно.
Следовательно.
Да, согласно или соответствующие. Here we go, and respectively is also соответствующее. For example, when in English they are listing like these companies and some of the words here, and at the end the word respectively, it means that this one suits this one, this one, this one, and so on, right? What else? I guess this is all right. So please write down the new words. Sorry guys, can I take a minute to, to abolish the distractions again? Just 1 minute, sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry for this, guys. So I guess you are done, right? Have all of you managed to write down all of the new words?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Do you have any questions concerning this exercise?
Nope.
No. Okay, excellent. So right down, we are going. Right now, we are going to continue with the next exercise. As I have mentioned before, today's lessons format is quite different, right? So instead of having listening exercises, we are going to train our speaking. Okay. Okay, yeah. So one of the most frequent, exercises in Duolingo English test is describing a picture, yeah. Like with your own words, right? So usually this task is quite short, yeah. You will have about 1 minute to say something about the picture, right? And you should use many different words and of course speak without grammar mistakes, right? So we are going to develop our skills on this exercise right now. You will have a look at the picture. Sorry. You will have to look at the picture. I guess I will give you about 15 or 10 seconds before speaking, right? So that you would be ready. And then you will have to talk about it for, I guess, 1 minute, okay? Or at least 40 seconds. Right, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Or no, let's set it not 40 seconds, 1 minute exactly, because on Duolingo English tests, there wouldn't be such a rule as 40 seconds, right? It would be actually 1 minute. Okay, so who wants to start? Or should I choose the victim myself? Okay, so right now, for the sake of justice, let's start with Dilda. She was the last in the previous exercise, right? Okay, please have a look at the picture now for 10 seconds. Okay, now you can start talking, please.
Oh, just a second, please.
My personal advice would be don't, just panic about it. Yeah, just describe what you are seeing on this picture. Okay, notice fact by fact. Okay, for example, the first thing you notice is of course sleeping man. Yeah, the second thing you notice is of course that he is on a plane. Yeah, right, because there are some clouds out of the window and so on. So like make a list of facts quickly for yourself and just describe them. Okay, while speaking. This would, facilitate the process. And please, guys, please don't panic yet because panic is the most harmful thing here.
In this picture, I see the man who is sleeping now, and he's in an airplane. Maybe he goes to some journey, or maybe he um, goes to his home or something like this. And I see that he's so tight.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you still have some time to talk. Describe any other things. For example, his clothes. Yeah.
Background, in the window, I see the clouds. It looks very amazing. So.
Try to look at the man himself here. Maybe, for example, you can say that he has small bird here.
He has small bird, and also he has a dark color of hair.
Okay, excellent. So, Dila, in general, I liked your speech because you described it quite quickly. Yeah. However, there are some comments for you to take into consideration. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I have noticed is that you spoke only in one tense, right? Try to use passive voice too. For example, different structures of the sentences. Instead of saying that the man is sleeping and he is having a journey, you can say that. For example, on the picture, it is shown that. Yeah. So here you can see that I am using passive voice. Yeah. On the picture, it is shown that that there are some clothes outside of the window. Based on this, it is guessable that the man is on a journey, right? On a plane, okay? Like this. Also, I would advise you to add more adjectives here. For example, it is obvious that the man is sleeping, okay?
Okay.
Question.
Okay, yeah, excellent. So, who wants to continue?
Question.
Yes.
Is there a limit words
Limit
limit?
of words?
Yes.
No, actually, you should just speak for 1 minute, okay?
Mhm.
Okay, excellent. Let's continue this time with whom? With Timilan.
Okay.
Okay, please have a look, 10 seconds look at this picture. Okay, now you can start talking.
Yep. So I see people taking pictures at the government building. It is USA, and what I can say, there are maybe tourists, and one of them is old man, and I can say.
Okay, so continue.
Hmm. Uh, there are cloudy weather. Um, I don't know what I can say about this.
Okay, yeah, never say I don't know it because on the actual Duolingo English test, you wouldn't have this opportunity to say that you don't know yet. So just find some way, okay? Deal with it. So for example, just tell me what you see, yeah? What's the first thing you see on the picture?
It is tourists. This
These
5
are
people.
tourists. Okay, quickly. Second thing you notice?
I notice a government building at use.
You say, yeah, okay. Now tell me why you think these are tourists and why you think this is the government building of USA.
Because they're taking photo of this.
Okay.
If there will be citizen of this town, they wouldn't be taking photo of this because
Yeah, they are taking photo, behaving just like typical tourists, right? And why have you decided that this is exactly the government building of exactly USA?
because I remember a picture which shown building government buildings in USA, and one of them was this.
Yeah, okay, excellent. Also, you can say that there is a flag here, flag of USA noticeable here.
Didn't notice.
Okay, whatever it is, you can say that in this case, if you don't have, some clear explanation, yeah, you can say that it is obvious that this is the White House of USA, right?
Yep. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
what else? What is the third fact you notice here?
Mm,
Quickly.
but how can I say?
Anything.
Бронетранспортер on English.
What?
Бронетранспортер on English.
Okay, you can say just military machines, okay?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know the exact meaning of bronetransporter, yeah. I'm sorry for this, yeah. But you can say that military machine, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay,
there
Mhm.
of something, and that's all.
Okay, also there is a fence, right? Clear
Yep.
behind that fence, yeah. Most obvious things, yeah. Just describe whatever you see, okay, and make explanations. For example, when you don't know what to say, you can start with it is obvious that on the picture there is the White House of USA. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, we can see that the people who are taking photos are logically tourists. Yeah, because tourists usually take photos more often than ordinary citizens here. In addition, there is a military machine behind the fence, and on the other side of the fence, there are people taking photos of the government building. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So do like this. So this is, this is the advice for all of you guys. Yeah. When you don't know what to say or in whatever situation, yeah, just say the first thing you see on the picture. Yeah, on the picture, and link your observations to logical assumptions. For example, actually, when you look at the picture, you cannot see that these are tourists here. But why have you decided? Because they are taking photos, right? Why you think that this is the White House? Because, for example, it is quite famous how it looks like, right? Okay, yeah, and also you can notice that it is cold because all of them are just warm, and there are clouds on the sky, right?
Yep.
And Washington really cold city.
Yeah, and also you can add this here. This seems to be rational because Washington is quite a cold city, right? Okay, yes. So this is like a working scheme. You just notice something, yeah, notice, make assumptions and explain why based on the picture, yeah. Link your assumptions to your observations, okay? All right, yeah, let's give a try to Aisha, please. Have your 10 seconds to look at the picture. Okay, now please start talking.
Okay, and that in this picture we can see the man with his baggage, and we can also see really beautiful clouds. And he obviously going to the nature. Maybe it's little hometown. Maybe it's park like Yellowstone Park, where we can see really good nature without any buildings, like not in the city, not city vibe. And clouds are really beautiful, and I think he's um going um I think he just stopped from bus station, or um yeah, he just traveled to his town, hometown from the big city. And maybe it can be in the morning, because we can see beautiful sunrise, or maybe it can be um, near tonight.
Okay, this is enough, right? Yeah. In general, I like the way you speak. Yeah, you told many things which can be noticeable on the picture. Yeah. However, there are still some comments. Yeah. The first thing I noticed is that what you say is quite messy. Yeah, and you get stuck on this. For example, you say something, go to another thing, then forget about the first thing, and again repeat it, right? Okay, yeah. So this is because your thoughts are quite messy. You're panicking. Don't do this, right? Don't do this. As I have mentioned before, yeah. Start with one thing. For example, the first thing is you have noticed is this suitcase, right? Suitcase. And
Yes.
say like this, yeah. For example, on the picture there is a man going away with his suitcase, yeah. So this is your observation, right? Now link it to your logical assumption, yeah, what you can guess based on this picture, yeah. Based on this, for example, it can be said that he is probably leaving the someplace or having a journey, right? Okay, yeah.
Yes, or just come
Now
back
we
to.
Okay, yeah.
uh,
So the man is the first thing we've noticed, yeah. Now that we are done with the man, let's turn to the second thing. Second thing is the sky, right? The sky. So your observation was the clouds on the sky are indeed very beautiful, and it is obvious that it is sunny. Yeah, because here you can see that the sun is looking out of the clouds, right? I mean the sun rays. Okay, so the weather is sunny and warm, right? So now we are done with the sky. Let's turn to the nature you've noticed, right? So again, you say that there is much of grass all around, and it can be stated based on this assumption, yeah, or on this observation that the town is probably located in one of the one of the green cities like this, yeah, near one of the green cities. So these are three main things you describe here. The main thing here is that you shouldn't just like go messy, okay? You should always have the first thing, the list of things here, first, second, third, right? This will help you not to get messy, okay?
just to like create plan, yes.
Yeah, create a plan and just take 10 seconds. Just don't panic, yeah. So start with one thing, yeah. Make observation, then assumption, then go to the second thing, make observation, assumption. Go to the third thing, observation, assumption. If you still have time, you can notice something about the road here.
Oh, yes.
Okay, excellent. And another thing I'm not, okay, I'm listening.
What we can say about road, like, it's just road.
Okay, you can say that in addition, it is road on the picture. And for example, add that it corresponds to the general meaning of the picture because the man is going somewhere, right? By this road.
Yes. I didn't think
Okay.
about it. Thank you.
Okay, you didn't think about it because you panicked, okay? Don't panic. Just quickly make a list, for example, first, second, third, fourth, yeah? And then go ahead by this plan.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And also one more thing I would like to say is that try to use more words, okay? For example, you kept saying beautiful, okay? Instead of saying beautiful, say magnificent, say interesting, yeah? Say very gorgeous, yeah? Or great.
Spectacular.
Yeah, excellent. So now that we are done with Aisha, let's turn to Diaz. Diaz, please. Here we go. Have your 10 seconds to look at the picture. Okay, now you can start speaking.
On this picture is shown the boy, which is riding bicycle in the poor country or village. Maybe it is a city in Africa. In addition, he has a t-shirt and
Look at more things. What else?
he has not hair. He's bald, and there is it is shown there is sunny. It would be summer days, and I see in this picture clouds.
This is enough. You have done quite well, yeah. I liked in general your speech, but you started off well, yeah, and then you started panicking, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So again, use these 10 seconds not to create your sentences. Use these 10 seconds to make a plan, okay? First, second, third, yeah. And one more thing. As I have said before, do not just say your observation, okay? For example, don't just say that he's riding a bike in the poor region, yeah. Because in this case, you are not linking your observations, yeah. For example, you can, instead of saying that he is from poor region, you can say that it is obvious from the picture that there are some badly furnished houses or places to live. That's why it can be said that this is a poor region, probably in countries like Africa and so on. Also, since the boy is dressed in t-shirt, this is probably summer, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Try to make firstly observation and only then assumption. Yeah? For example, firstly you observe that these houses are badly furnished, and only after this you make a logical, derivation that it is actually a poor region. Yeah. So you firstly describe, then make logical assumption. Right, guys? Do you have any questions concerning this exercise?
Nope.
No questions?
No, no.
Okay. Oh. Have you said something?
No.
Okay, guys. If you will have any questions concerning this exercise, you can text me anytime, okay? I will answer you in WhatsApp. Right now, we are turning to the third exercise, yeah? Since we have started the part of the Duolingo English test, which is related to the speaking part, let's continue with it, right? The exercise which I have shown to you previously is related to the main part, which is assessed here. However, you have another part which is actually not assessed here, but it will be looked at, right? It will have some value. And this part is related to speaking for 3 minutes about a certain question, okay? And these questions are going to be more abstract or related to modern issues, right? Or modern debates. For example, global warming, feminism, what else? Is homework at school good or bad, right? Like this.
Yep.
Okay, so let's continue with this, yeah? I will ask each of you a question, right? And you're gonna answer. And you should speak for 3 minutes, right? Okay, yeah, just say as much as you can, but first you will have about, I guess, 10 or 15 seconds to prepare, right? Again, don't panic, okay? This is the most harmful thing in this case, right? Don't panic. Make for yourself in those 10 seconds a plan, yeah? Structure your ideas. Like, imagine that you are writing down your ideas in your head, right? So, for example, if I'm asking about is homework good or bad, the first thing you probably remember is that, children get tired of homework, yeah? Right? So, first idea is that children get tired. Second idea is that, for example, however, homeworks can be useful because they develop skills, yeah? This is second idea. Then third idea and fourth and so on until these 10 seconds end. And then you keep developing those ideas, okay? Because obviously in those 10 seconds, you won't manage to make, a whole speech of 3 minutes, right? So just make a short list of ideas and then talk about them, right?
Yep.
Okay, so who wants to start? Who's brave?
Can I?
Okay, Aisha. So my first question is, what standards of behavior should teachers set? Have your 10 seconds to think about it. Do you need to listen to the question another time?
Yes, I need. It's like they need to do it for students.
Okay, what standards of behavior should teachers set? Yes, like to the students, right? Okay, have your, I guess, 10 or 15 seconds to think about it.
Sorry, we should to say about the from the teachers, kind of. I'm teacher, and I should to say about the behavior, the correct behavior.
Yeah, like each of you will speak for 3 minutes quickly.
Oh, sorry, what?
What?
I don't hear you. Sorry, your last words and sentence.
Okay, each of you will have a distinct question and will have to speak for 3 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Aisha, please start.
So first, I think every students need able to write correctly and speak correctly in subjects in oh my gosh can I start can I start
Okay,
again?
okay,
Um,
just once.
okay, thank you. So first I think all of the teacher didn't not to push all of the students because nowadays a lot of children and students have a lot of problems with their mental health and other issues. So I think we need to first think about not about the subject knowledge and skills, but first about how people and human beings, little human beings, are feel they feel themselves in the class and about the particular subject. So second, if we're gonna talk about skills, I think first all of us know that sometimes in Kazakh classes we have a lot of students who not able to speak in Kazakh, but they learn this language about 11 or more years. So I think it's actually a big problem in our country first. So I think able to speak and able to write in a particular language, it's really important. So second, it's use this subject not only in the classroom but also outside of the classroom and make this knowledge helpful to himself or herself in their lives, um, in their lifestyle, because when I was younger, I really hate physics. And at the one day, my mom said, Asia, boil water, please. And I just give take this cup of water in the glass, and I just boil it in the fridge, not in the fridge, like как будет, я забыла этот,
Microwave?
нет, нет, где такие 4 штучки стоят, и там жарят что-то. Поверх духовки.
Gas?
Да, to the gas. And I just didn't burn our whole house, which was really bad. And after this, I actually start to learn physics and kind of start to showing my interest to the teacher, and she was helping me a lot. And now I didn't do these mistakes, so it helps me a lot actually. And also I think for one, it's able to do the test in really little time, because
Okay,
sometimes
please.
some people. Oh,
Excellent speech.
oh, okay.
You spoke for 3 minutes, yeah, so it's not as difficult as you thought, right?
No, it was easier because I just like have a plan in my mind.
Yeah, excellent. So plan really helps, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
excellent. Yeah, I would only correct you in some, particular cases. Just try to speak without some grammar errors. Yeah, I don't think that they were frequent. Yeah, frequent, but try to, abolish the ones which occur. Okay, because I've noticed, I guess, twice or 3 times. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, my grammar bad. I know it.
It's not really bad. Yeah, I liked your vocabulary. I liked almost everything about your speech. Yeah, I like your fluency. Yeah, however, there are some occasional mistakes, so try to work with them.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. Who's the next? Should I choose myself? Okay, let's choose Jazz.
I would like to tell about.
Sorry, stop, Jazz. You will have another question. Okay, you have different questions over here.
Okay.
Okay, so has travel become safer in recent years? Do you need to listen to the question another time?
Yes.
Okay, so has travel become safer in recent years? Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so now have your 10 or 15 seconds to make a plan or prepare. All right, yes, now you can start talking. Yes.
I would like to tell about safety of traveling nowadays. Firstly, I would say nowadays we have all opportunity to save human rights on many fronts, especially on the traveling. If you go to travel for a country, you should you should you should have a visa and another passport requirements. And when you when you land into another country, there is soldiers and safety soldiers, boundaries. It is really it sounds safety, but there would be some thefts or criminals, and I can't guarantee you safety. But I can say nowadays we have enough safety requirements at the plane or train to foreign country, all own rights, because we are from another country, and nobody can affect you, and it is some advantage. That's all.
That's not all. Continue. You still have about 40 seconds to speak. If it would be, during the English test, you wouldn't have opportunity to say no, stop.
Okay. In addition, in another countries we have in another country there are among crowd of people you can somebody can stealing your money or your suitcase or your important things, and in this case you should be more safety and
okay, so this is enough.
Okay.
This is enough. Okay, Diaz, I liked the way you started off, right? You started off nicely describing visas, passports, and all the other things which people usually do for the safety of travelers. However, there are still some comments I would like to tell you because you need to improve your, fluency, okay? Fluency. Try not to stop so frequently, right?
Okay.
Okay. Also, I would notice that try not to go around the bushes, okay? For example, you talked about safety in general, yeah. However, the question was, has, has travel become more safe in recent years? Yeah, safer in recent years.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. You
Okay.
told about, visas, passports, and so on. You can conclude after this that these are the main reasons why nowadays traveling is safer, right? Safer, right? If you still need some time to, to talk, yeah, you can have some other tools. For example, try not only to talk about tools of safety. Yeah, maybe you should make a comparison. Yeah, uh, for example, yeah. Not a couple years ago, a couple decades ago, the safety of traveling was less here because there were less technologies to check your safety. For example, there were not so many cameras yet in the airports and so on, right?
Right.
You can see like this, yeah. Also, there are some other tools, yeah. Instead of comparison, you can see some examples, yeah. For example, there are countries where nowadays it is safer to travel. For example, USA and what else, yeah. Countries in Europe, however, that depends on region because, for example, traveling in Africa is obviously less, less safe than the travel in the other Western countries, right?
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. You started off quite well, yeah, but try to use more tools, okay? Like comparison, maybe in relation to regions. Yeah, of course, it is difficult to manage all these in 10 seconds. However, if you train, you can do this, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Let's continue with Dilda. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the question is, um, should all students pay for their university education?
Okay, sorry. Can you repeat?
So, should all students pay for their university education?
Okay.
Now have your 10 or 15 seconds to think about it.
Yes.
Okay, Diaz, I see your message. Yeah, log out, please. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Now, Tilda, you can start.
Okay. I think that not everyone. I mean that not every student should to pay for their education. Firstly, I understand it's kind of in school. Yep. Firstly, it's we live in independent country where our education depend on government. And after this, what about the universities? There, my view can change. That for university we should to pay if we can't make all conditions. For example, we can pass the IELTS exam or SAT exam or other things, but the families which have a lot of children, for example, more than the 5, they can have some privileges where they wouldn't pay for their education. So
continue. You still have 1 minute 30 seconds. Any other ideas? Anything you want to say?
And also about the another degrees in universities, for example, the master's and the PhD degrees. It's also depends on the person and that they will continue or not. But in this reason, in this way, I think that the everyone should to pay their education because they learn for themselves firstly, but also our governments provide some courses or how I can say opportunities where we do some conditions. For example, after the education, we will work in our country about 3 or 4 years. For this reason, they wouldn't pay for their education. So, and in the what can you say? And also, I can say that about the alternative side, that where everyone will pay for their education because it's their own education for themselves.
I know it was difficult for you. It's quite difficult to talk for 3 minutes here. Again, I like the way you started off here with privileges for people, same families with a lot of children, right? Also, I liked your starting off and your fluency at first year. However, after this, you started panicking when I said to continue. In this case, try to develop some, previous ideas. For example, privileges. Yeah, you started first. Yeah, if you still need some arguments to talk about and you still need to fill in some time left here, you can see that, for example, also there are some other privileges for the students who, for example, graduated from school nicely, yeah, and took good marks. Yeah. Another privilege could be winning, medals on Olympiads. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Also, I have noticed some grammar mistakes. Okay, try to work with it too. Okay, excellent. So now let's continue with Timilan, guys. I'm sorry for holding you for so long, yeah, but I'm really trying to make best for you. Okay, are all of you free for another 5 minutes?
Sure.
Timilan. Timilan.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. So your question is, how should students spend their summer vacations?
Vacation means like work?
No, vacation is отпуск. So how should students spend their summer vacations?
Okay.
So have your 10 or 15 seconds to think. Okay, Timilan, now you can start talking.
Okay, I believe that summer vacation. Okay, sorry. I think that it depends on the personality. Is this? I can say that this is business of each person. Personally, I am as a student can say that I spend my time, spend my summertime in playing games. While this time I taking relax and I think that the majority of students do such what I can say may
Stop panicking, okay? Just go one idea after another, okay? Just, okay, you started talking about relax, then continue this relax. Then continue with another idea, okay? Just flow of ideas, follow it.
Okay, I think that the majority of students do such an entertainment because while playing games, you can forget about all bad thoughts, bad idea about some bad idea, and just I can't say what I can say. Just stay alone with yourself, and for example, my I know that all my friends spend their summertime on computer clubs. I know that they spend 6 hours for this, and but I don't spend such time as they are. Just
Think about some other ways to spend your, vacation. Not only relaxing, but maybe.
yep. In the same moment, I can work on my programming. I can do some work on C++ or Java, C++ or Java languages.
Okay, this is enough. This is enough. Okay, Timilan, I really like the way you started off. Yeah, you talked about relaxation and so on, right? However, I guess your plan wasn't, quite sufficient. Yeah. For example, remember, guys, for having a nice talk, you need to have several big ideas, yeah, which you can develop. For example, the first idea was relax, yeah. And then you should have another big idea to develop if you will need some, words, right? For example, it is some useful work here. And when you think about useful work, your other ideas come out here. For example, C++, yeah, maybe some job you can do, yeah, for saving money, yeah. And
Yep.
maybe the third great idea could be helping your relatives, okay? So try to have several great ideas, yeah, which you can develop afterwards, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent, yeah. When you plan your speech, think about great ideas, yeah. Think about, can I talk about it afterwards, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. So do you guys have any questions concerning this exercise?
No. Thanks for the lesson.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry for keeping you late. Yeah, I will send all of you the home task and the recording of the lesson soon. So have a nice evening. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.